Hi, welcome along to the Transfer Show. We've got the main man in the building again, Fabrizio Romano, based over there in Italy, live and direct here on the Don Robbie channel. Fabrizio, how are you feeling today?
Hello, my friend. Big pleasure to be together. Thank you again for the invitation. I'm okay. Ready to answer to your question and looking for the next news coming.
What's the weather been like there? I'll tell you, it's been so hot over here in England. We ain't been used to this, but we can get some really nice weather. Well, how's your weather been?
Same. Also here, nice weather, but really hot. I suffer with this kind of weather, but it's fine.
You
so
suffer?
Italian.
Normally
yes.
The Italians...
When I'm working, yes. When I'm on holiday, no. But I will be on holiday in September. So
okay, I was going to say, you Italians, you soak it up, you get a nice tan. You know what I mean? This is your type of weather. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Anyway, let's just jump straight into the transfers. First one I'm going to kick off with is Paul Pogba.
Yes.
Now, where is he going to end up this season? PSG. They said to be very, very interested in taking Pogba from Man United. We know he's only got like a year left. Could he leave Old Trafford this summer?
Yes, it's a possibility, but it's not something advanced at the moment. What I'm told is that I heard a lot of rumors from France about Paris Saint-Germain close to sign Pogba and something like this. But what I'm told is that at the moment, yes, there is an interest, of course, because we are talking about one of the best players in his position in the world, and Paris Saint-Germain are looking for something new in the midfield. So they want to do something else apart of Wijnaldum in the midfield. But now with Pogba is not advanced yet because Manchester United have not received any proposal yet. They are not yet in direct talks with Paris Saint-Germain over the price or something like this. And what I'm told is that Manchester United will try again in the coming weeks to convince Pogba to stay and to try to extend this contract. It won't be easy, but they want to try. So what I'm told is that it's true about the interest of Paris Saint-Germain, but it's not something advanced yet. And as you say, the situation of the contract, out of contract in 1 year for Paul Pogba, is something really dangerous for Manchester United. They know that if they keep the player this summer, they also could face the risk of keeping Pogba and losing him for free again after they did it when he was young to join Juventus. Let's see what happens. But at the moment, the situation is still with Manchester United that have not received any proposal from Paris Saint-Germain.
What about Varane? Because that's the other one that a lot of United fans, you know, they're waiting with high anticipation, but nothing yet on Varane. But how likely is that looking?
No, the deal is still on. Manchester United are talking with Real Madrid, so talks are now ongoing, and Real Madrid are waiting to see what will be the final bid from Manchester United to understand if they can reach an agreement. But Varane is prepared for this new experience. He wants to go to the Premier League. He wants to try something new. He wants to go to Manchester United. So the situation is still with Varane keen of joining Manchester United. And now it's time to see if Manchester United and Real Madrid can reach an agreement. Because what I'm told is that Varane is not going to break his relationship with Real Madrid. He is respectful with the club. He's respectful with Ancelotti, with Florentino Perez. So he has no intention to break with the club and use different behavior to decide about leaving the club. He wants to be respectful, also if he's out of contract in 1 year, exactly as Pogba. But at the moment, the situation is still with the two clubs talking in direct contact to find an agreement. Manchester United are still pushing because Solskjaer wants him, and they are really convinced they can do it. But now it's time to find agreement. Varane is waiting, but his priority is Manchester United now.
Okay, and another big, because United, they're looking to go big this summer. Another player, well, two more players actually. And the other players linked with quite a few other clubs, but this guy, Leon Goretzka of Bayern Munich, which would be a great signing if they could get him as well, to strengthen up their midfield. What about Leon Goretzka?
I think it won't be easy. It won't be easy to sign him from Bayern Munich. Of course, we have a lot of rumors about midfielders for Manchester United. One day is Camavinga, one day is Saul, one day is Goretzka. So it's normal because one day they're going to rise because they're looking for a midfielder this summer, but not as next priority. The next one will be the center back, and then they will jump in the situation of the midfielder. So in my opinion, they will look at the opportunities. Goretzka could be an opportunity because also he is out of contract in 2022. And at the moment, he has still no agreement with Bayern Munich. But what I'm told is that Bayern are still working on the new contract. They want to offer him an improved contract. He changed his agent, and that's why the situation is now going slow and with different figures. So they need some time to reach the agreement with Goretzka, but it won't be easy to reach an agreement with Bayern Munich for Goretzka. So I think they like the player, of course, yes, as they like also Camavinga in the list, as they like Saul. So they have a list of many names for the midfield, but now it's not a priority, the midfielder in general, and the situation of the player we discussed with Goretzka is not imminent at the moment.
All right, moving on to, there's a player here, this next player, he's linked to several clubs, but Man United said to be leading the race for him. Arsenal also interested in him as well. Ruben Neves of Wolves.
He has chances to leave. He has chances to leave, and it's true that he is in Arsenal list because he's one of the players in Arsenal list. The board of Arsenal following him. They're convinced he could be the right choice for the midfield. It depends by what's happening with the other options in the list. So Locatelli, we're going to talk about him, but many other opportunities. But Ruben Neves is one of the names for Arsenal. Manchester United are, as I said, looking at many midfielders as opportunity and not as priority now, because their priority is trying to understand what's going to happen with Pogba and signing Varane. These are the priorities for Manchester United now. And then they will jump in the midfielder. For Arsenal, midfielder is a priority. They want to sign a midfielder because Xhaka will end at Roma. I'm sure that he will join Roma in the next days, so it's just a matter of days. And then they will
next few days, you think?
Yes. It will take some days, but Mourinho is waiting for him in Portugal when Roma will fly to Portugal for the second part of their preseason. So I see Xhaka joining Roma in the next days. And that's why they are looking for a new midfielder. And that's why Ruben Neves is one of the names in the list. Not at the first position, but one of the serious names in the list.
All right. So you said Locatelli, that's another name on that list for Arsenal.
Yes.
But you've been telling us for weeks, though, Juventus is where his heart's at.
Yes, they are still leading the race. They are the front runners just because the player wants to go to Juventus. Manuel wants to go to Juventus. He is a big Juventus fan. They get the Champions League. Of course, they are Italian, so he has the opportunity to stay here. So his priority is joining Juventus. The meeting between Juventus and Sassuolo last time was not so positive because Juventus offered 30 million euro on loan with obligation to buy. Sassuolo wants no loan. They want a permanent deal for 40 million euro, what Arsenal are prepared to offer. So Sassuolo prefer Arsenal bid, but Locatelli wants to wait for Juventus. So at the moment, I see Juventus still leading the race. I think Arsenal are not waiting forever for Manuel Locatelli. So they will wait for maybe some days, some weeks, and then they will move to the next target because also they want player convinced about the project and not just waiting for another club.
All right. And I heard that Juventus was saying that maybe a 2-year loan.
Yes, they want a 2-year loan. Exactly what they did with Federico Chiesa. With Federico Chiesa was 2-year loan with buy option that becomes obligation in case they join the Champions League. And it's an obligation. So they did the same with Sassuolo for Locatelli, but Sassuolo want a permanent deal, not a buy with obligation.
You can't blame them. Can't blame them. You want the money. You want the money. You don't want all this loan and then obligate. You want the money up front.
Exactly.
If they don't get Locatelli, that's going to be difficult. Neves, you said, is one of those names. Who else do you think Arsenal might be looking at in that midfield area?
I think there are many options. Aouar is one of the names they've always appreciated, but in this case, the player is the problem again because the player wants to play Champions League football. But let's see, if maybe in August he has not received any other proposal, it could be an opportunity for Arsenal. And because the moment he's not negotiating with any other top club like Real Madrid or Juventus. He was waiting for this kind of clubs last summer, so he was convinced about joining one of these clubs, but at the moment he's not talking with these clubs. So let's see if Arsenal will have some chances maybe in August. About Bissouma, I'm told that he's not top of the list. He's one of the players they're scouting since time, they appreciate, but he's never been top on the list because they consider him similar to Thomas Partey, so they don't want to sign kind of similar player. We will see. They have many options, but I would say Ruben Neves is one of the biggest in this list if Locatelli is not joining.
Well, you know what I'd like them to get is that Renato Sanchez, and I'm surprised that he more clubs have not sort of gone in for him, Renato Sanchez.
I agree with you. Imagine that I love Renato Sanchez because I was, I think, the only journalist watching the under-19 5 years ago with Renato Sanchez in Malta with Portugal. I love young players and these kind of things. And Renato Sanchez was playing with Portugal. And I still remember the feeling I had when I saw this guy for the first time. He was incredible. Then, of course, with Swansea, he was a bit unlucky. He was so young, was something different. But now he's ready for the big step. Let's see, for Arsenal, for any other English club also, maybe Liverpool or many others, it could be an opportunity because they know that Lille are prepared to sell the player if they receive the right bid. But many clubs, in my opinion, are waiting for the price to get lower, maybe in the next weeks, maybe in August, because now the market is in a situation of standby. Many clubs are waiting because they feel that in August, the prices of the players will be completely different.
So is that because in August, come the season kicks off, like mid-August, so it's going to be like that little rush going, because the transfer windows finish at the end of August.
Yes.
But do you think there might be a little rush on just before those first games in August, which for the Premier League, for instance, is on the 13th of August?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure. I'm sure it will be key for the market because many players also look at, for example, at Barcelona, Real Madrid. They have many players to get rid of. They now want 100% of their salary to be paid, but maybe in August, if they're not selling these players, they are also paying part of the salary. That's why many clubs are now waiting, and they know they can have big opportunities. And the same for prices of players like Renato Sanchez. Maybe now they're asking 40 or 45 million euro, but maybe in August to make money, they could accept also 30 or 35. So opportunity will be the key in August, I'm sure.
Now, you were saying to me earlier, Tottenham are looking
Yes.
to do quite a bit of business at the moment, maybe over the next few days.
Yes. Today, Pierluigi Gollini, the Italian goalkeeper at Atalanta, will fly to London and will sign his contract with Tottenham. It's a done deal, so it will be the first signing, and he will be in competition with Hugo Lloris. It will be a loan with buy option for 15 million euro. Next one will be Bryan Gil from Seville. They completed the swap deal, and this weekend everything will be signed. So I expect next week maybe to be announced with Bryan Gil from Seville to Tottenham and ERIK Lamela to Seville from Tottenham.
Wow.
And so Lamela will join Seville and Bryan Gil will sign for 5 years. And Seville will also receive 25 million euro from Tottenham in this negotiation. So it's a done deal and it will be completed and signed in the next days.
Wow.
And
20, so they paid 30 million for
around 40,
I mean, I know it was a long time ago, but
yes, they are convinced that he could be like a Federico Chiesa deal for Fabio Paratici. Well, this is what I'm told. Fabio Paratici signed Federico Chiesa last year from Fiorentina, and many people here in Italy said, they're paying a lot of money. It could reach around 60 million euro with the dons included. And so someone was saying too much for this player, but Fabio Paratici is convinced that Bryan Gil could be the next Federico Chiesa. That's why he decided to go for him, and it could be a fantastic signing for Tottenham. This is their opinion. We will see. And next one will be a centre-back. And I will keep an eye on Cristiano Romero from Atalanta, the Argentinian centre-back. He won the Copa America with Argentina. Good player. I like him. Old-style centre-back. Not so much of tiki-taka, but more in Walter Samuel style. So he's a fighter. He's a good one. And Tottenham are negotiating for him. Atalanta want around 55 million euro. So it's a big fee. But Tottenham want him. So we will see in the next days if they can reach an agreement.
Okay. Well, Koulibaly, we spoke about him the other day, the links with him to Everton. That fizzled out a little bit, but is there still interest there? I heard the Napoli owner was saying that they would be willing to sell him.
Yes, the situation is that yesterday also the manager of Napoli, Spalletti, was speaking, and he said, I hope the player will stay here because from Napoli, they say they have not received any official proposal at the moment from Everton or from any other English club. Here in Italy, we had rumors also about other English clubs, but Napoli say we have not received any bid and we are not accepting like 25 or 30 million euro as fee because they see many rumors about it. But remember, last summer they asked for 80 million euro. So now they are asking for, I think, around 45, 50, but there is still nothing advanced going on. And I think Everton will go for something cheaper, or maybe they will look at the opportunity of Koulibaly in August when, as we say, the prices could be different.
Yeah. What Jesse Lingard, because obviously he had that great loan at West Ham, and he now as well getting linked with various clubs, but West Ham desperate to get him. But again, is this another one of the waiting games going on?
Yes, totally. Waiting games also because West Ham know that in this moment, then we never know in the market, but as of today, for Jesse Lingard is West Ham or Manchester United. So he would be prepared to join West Ham, but he's not negotiating with other clubs. And West Ham know that they have a chance to sign him. But at the moment, they still don't have agreement with Manchester United. So they hope that maybe during the market, if Manchester United will need money to sign Varane, sign a new midfielder, maybe a right back, so they want to do something else in the market, they are prepared to sell Lingard at different conditions maybe in the next weeks. That's why West Ham are waiting, but they're still keeping in contact with the agent of Lingard, and they know that the player would be open to rejoin West Ham after his fantastic low spell at the club. So it's still an open situation. It will take some days, but I think it was also normal for Solskjaer to say that he's part of the plans. It's normal to say like this. He said the same for Sanchez, for Lukaku, so it's absolutely normal.
And there's another player that a lot of English clubs are looking at, and that's Tammy Abraham. Of Chelsea. I've heard there's been rumours of Arsenal. There's been rumours of West Ham. There's been rumours of Villa.
Yes, a lot of rumours.
Where do you think he'll end up? Who seems to be the main team in for him?
First of all, I think that Chelsea will wait a bit to have a new striker before selling Tammy Abraham. This is the feeling I have with this player. And in general, talking about Arsenal, I'm told that the interest is serious. So they like the player, they appreciate the player, they would love to invest in the player. But it's not true, from what I'm told, that they made an official proposal, loan with obligation to buy for 40 million pounds or something like this. This is the Arsenal position, is that they made no bid at the moment. They just deep information on the player, about the price and everything, also from people close to the player, but no bid at the moment. So they are still waiting to see what happens. And I think he has chances to leave Chelsea if they sign a new striker. They want to sign a new striker. We will be what kind of striker will be, because as we know, Holland is complicated, and for Lukaku the same. So it will be difficult to sign a top star in August. But Chelsea are still working on it. And then we will know also about Abraham. But keep an eye on Arsenal if the conditions will be different, because at the moment there is still no bid.
Now, last couple here, but there's one that I'm not too enthusiastic about right now. As an Arsenal fan, Aaron Ramsdale of Sheffield United. Any truth in these rumours that Arsenal are really interested in him? And also, I've heard rumours that Leno could go.
Yes.
What are you hearing?
Yes. It's true that they have an interest in the player. It's true. They like this goalkeeper. They've been offered many goalkeepers this summer. They've been considering Onana as one of the options, but at the moment there is no talks progressing on this side. And Ramsdale could be the right option. At the moment there is still no agreement between clubs, but the player would be keen on joining Arsenal, and Arsenal know about it. So they are working on it. They are in talks. There is still no agreement, but they're in talks. So he could be the goalkeeper. We will see for Leno, because at the moment there is still no official proposal for him. So Arsenal prepared, from what I know, to sell Leno if a right bid will arrive. But at the moment there is still no proposal. So if Leno will stay, in my opinion, they will talk about a new contract after the end of the transfer market. So
it'd be them two. You think it would be them two battling out for the #1 spot?
Yes. It could be an option. Yes, if no proposal will arrive for Leno, yes.
Well, okay. I hope not. I don't know. Right. And the last one, Cristiano Ronaldo. Is he staying at Juventus? Or is he on the move?
Juventus say that have not received anything from any club. And I see really difficult for Cristiano Ronaldo to leave Juventus this summer, He has a contract for 31 million euro net after taxes per season. 31 million euro. Wow. So I don't see any club with possibilities to sign Cristiano Ronaldo this summer. If not Paris Saint-Germain, but they are not talking about it with Juventus at the moment. So we will see during the summer, but Juventus are saying they have not received anything. And also from Jorgeman, their side, he's not negotiating with any club at the moment. So if nothing is going to happen in August, as of today, there is nothing.
Okay, so Ronaldo's staying put, Messi's staying put.
Messi is staying 100%.
All right, and actually, Haaland probably staying put. And Kane staying put, you think?
I think next week we'll have some answer on Kane. Next week we'll have some answer when the player will be back, and also his agent could have the chance to talk with Tottenham, with Fabio Paratici, with Daniel Levy. It's still open, the situation of Kane.
The only way it's only going to happen for him he's going to have to go, I want to go, transfer requests.
Yes, also in my opinion, it's the only way. Or trying to push with Tottenham. Because at the moment, Daniel Levy has no intention to accept any bid. So it will be really difficult. Manchester City offered £100 million and they said no. Let's see, they are waiting. Manchester City are waiting because they know they have big chances to sign ERIK if he will be allowed to leave Tottenham. But at the moment, it's still on a quiet situation. But I think next week, something could happen.
All right. Well, we look forward to next week. It could brew up. Thank you very much, Fabrizio. Enjoy the sun.
Thank you.
We'll catch up again next week. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. You guys know where to follow Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. He has all the best rumors, and proper rumors. He does his research. Yeah. So make sure you check him out. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to the Don Robbie channel.